G'day mates. Picture this. We're floating ever so gently high above the heart of Europe. Down below, a city is waking up, stretching out under the morning sun. This isn't just any city. This is Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. It's a place with some serious stories to tell, nestled right where the old world and the new world give each other a friendly nod. From up here, it looks like a beautiful, sprawling map just waiting for us to explore. The air is calm. The view is massive, and you can almost feel the gentle hum of a million lives starting their day. Looking down, you start to see the shapes take form. It's like one of those magic eye pictures from back in the day. You stare long enough, and suddenly everything clicks into place. There are winding rivers, big patches of green that look like soft blankets, and clusters of buildings that huddle together like old friends. The colors are what get you first. You've got the deep, earthy reds of the rooftops, the brilliant green of the parks, and the shimmering blue and silver of the waterways. Alright, let's zoom in a bit. See those two massive ribbons of water down there? That's the absolute heart of Belgrade, the main event. The big one, looking all grand and powerful, that's the legendary Danube River. It's been flowing through Europe for ages, carrying stories and secrets with it. And the other one, winding its way in to say good day, that's the Sava. Right here in Belgrade is where they meet. It's not just a little meeting either, it's a proper full-on confluence. A big watery embrace. You can even see the line where their currents mix, a gentle swirl of two mighty forces becoming one. From our spot in the sky, the confluence is a masterpiece of nature. The water shimmers under the sun, changing colors from a deep, thoughtful blue to a bright, playful silver. The riverbanks are lined with lush greenery and floating restaurants known as splavs that look like little rafts tied together. You can just imagine the good times happening down there. Now, let your eyes drift over to that massive stone structure perched on the cliff, right where the rivers meet. That, my friends, is the Kalemegdan Fortress. What a spot for a castle, eh? It's been standing guard over this confluence for centuries, a silent, stony giant watching empires rise and fall. From up here, it looks like a huge, sprawling puzzle of walls, towers, and gateways, all surrounded by a massive, beautiful park. This fortress isn't some pristine, roped-off museum piece. It's a living part of the city. As we float above, you can see tiny figures strolling along its ramparts, people sitting on benches under the shade of old trees, and kids chasing pigeons in the open spaces. You can almost feel the history radiating from those stones. Romans, Ottomans, Austro-Hungarians, they've all left their mark here. The fortress is a patchwork of different eras, a history book written in stone and mortar. Floating over Kalemegdan, you get a sense of timelessness. It's a reminder that even the most battle-hardened places can find peace. A truly magnificent sight. Let's drift away from the fortress and over the heart of the old city, Stari Grad. From up here, it's a beautiful, chaotic mosaic of terracotta rooftops. They're all packed in together, a warm, earthy red sea that stretches out below us. Little cobblestone streets, too narrow to see clearly, snake their way between the buildings like hidden streams. This isn't a place of straight lines and perfect grids. Oh no, the old town is wonderfully organic. You can spot the spires of old churches peeking out from the sea of red tiles, their domes and bell towers reaching for the sky. There's the Grand Republic Square, a big open space that acts as the city's main meeting point, looking like a clearing in the terracotta forest. It's in these rooftops that you can really see the character of old Belgrade. Some are faded and worn, covered in a patina of age, while others look fresh and new after a recent repair. These aren't just roofs. They are the tops of people's homes, the lids on 1,000 different lives and stories. It's a very intimate and human view of the city. All right, let's glide across the Sava River now. Look over there. See how the landscape changes. It's like we've flown into a different city altogether. Welcome to New Belgrade, or Novi Beograd. The cozy, winding lanes of the old town give way to wide, straight boulevards and massive geometric blocks of buildings. From up here, it looks like a giant, orderly grid laid out on the flat plains. The architecture is bold and confident, a product of a different era. The buildings here are known as blokovi, or blocks. They are huge residential structures built with a sense of scale and ambition during the mid-20th century. Between these massive blocks are huge green spaces, parks, and sports courts. It was designed to be a city within a city, a place where everything you need is right on your doorstep. You can spot some seriously impressive modern buildings here too, like the striking USA Tower and the massive Palace of Serbia. They stand as symbols of Belgrade's forward-looking ambition. Now let's follow the Sava River a little upstream. See that big green island nestled in the river? It looks like a giant emerald jewel, doesn't it? That's Ada Ciganlia, or just Ada to the locals. It's not just an island, it's Belgrade's escape hatch, its very own seaside resort right in the middle of the city. From up here you can see it's been turned into a peninsula, creating a long, beautiful lake on one side. The entire island is covered in dense forest, a thick canopy of green that looks incredibly lush and inviting from our aerial perch. The shoreline of the lake is dotted with beaches, which from this height look like little strips of pale sand. You can see tiny, colorful umbrellas and people sunbathing, swimming and playing. As we drift over Ada, you can spot all sorts of things happening. There are sports courts for basketball and volleyball, a golf course, and even a water skiing cable park stretching across the lake. Seeing Ada Ciganlia from the sky really highlights its importance to the city. It's a massive green lung, a vital space for health and well-being. It's a reminder that even in a big, bustling capital, you're never too far from a beautiful escape. Alright, let's shift our gaze back towards the city skyline. There's one building you just can't miss. See it? That massive, gleaming white structure with the huge central dome and the golden cross on top. That is the Temple of Saint Sava. It's an absolute giant, a landmark that dominates the horizon from almost any angle. From up here in the sky, it looks like a magnificent white crown placed carefully upon the Vračar Plateau. The temple is one of the largest Orthodox churches in the world, and its scale is something you can truly appreciate from an aerial perspective. The main dome is enormous, and it's surrounded by smaller domes and semi-domes that cascade down, creating a beautiful layered effect. The grounds around the temple are a beautifully landscaped park with fountains and manicured lawns. You can see people walking towards it, their paths all converging on this single monumental point. Even from high above, you can sense the reverence of the place. It's not just a tourist attraction, it's a deeply significant place of worship and pilgrimage. Its brilliant white form stands in beautiful contrast to the red roofs of the old town and the grey concrete of New Belgrade. It's a landmark that watches over the city with a quiet, reassuring presence, a true highlight of the Belgrade skyline. Let's turn our attention back to the rivers for a moment, but this time, let's look at what crosses them. The bridges of Belgrade. From up here, they look like elegant threads stitching the different parts of the city together. There's the old green-painted Brancos Bridge, a classic truss bridge that gracefully leaps across the Sava, connecting the old town to New Belgrade. It's a workhorse, always busy, always moving. Then you've got the absolute showstopper, the Ada Bridge. Look at that thing. It's a stunning modern cable-stayed bridge with a single towering pylon that reaches for the sky like a giant needle. From our aerial view, its cables fan out like the strings of a huge harp, creating a beautiful futuristic silhouette against the water. It's a symbol of 21st century Belgrade, a statement of confidence and a look towards the future. From our peaceful spot in the sky, watching the endless flow of cars, trams and pedestrians crossing these bridges is mesmerizing. It's a visual representation of the city's pulse, its constant rhythm of movement and connection. The bridges stand as symbols of unity, spanning the wide waters to bring people together. They are the vital links in the chain, holding this incredible city together. Well, mates, our little flight is coming to an end. We've floated over rivers, peered down at ancient fortresses, and marveled at modern marvels. From up here, Belgrade has shown us its many faces, the historic, the modern, the natural, and the spiritual. It's a city of beautiful contrasts, a place where every corner seems to have a different story to tell. We've seen the big picture, the grand layout of this incredible European capital. But the real magic, the real adventure, begins when your feet are back on the ground. This view is just the beginning, a little taster of what's waiting down there. This aerial journey was meant to be relaxing, a chance to just breathe and take in the beauty. And Belgrade certainly delivers. It's a city that feels both grand and welcoming, a place with a calm, confident soul. So what do you reckon? Feeling a bit curious? That's the whole idea. This view is an invitation. It's a dare to come and get lost in those terracotta streets, to sit by the river where the Sava meets the Danube. Belgrade is waiting. It's a city that's easy to fall in love with, a place that gets under your skin in the best possible way. From our serene perch in the clouds, it looked pretty special, didn't it? I promise you, it's even better up close. The adventure is down there, ready and waiting for you. Cheers for coming on the flight.